Let's talk about signings. What signings are looking likely at the moment, the biggest and best rumours going on right now, and also some confirmed deals. We're going to do something a little bit different, just a kind of a transfer roundup. I used to do this series quite some time ago. Why not bring it back? I'm not really into FIFA 20 at the moment. By the way, setup complete, I think. Is there anything missing? I don't know. Looks okay to me. But anyway, let's start with some rumours that look pretty likely to be happening very soon. Joe Hart to Tottenham. What? Where did this come from? That's mental. Joe Hart, obviously he's without a club. He's a free agent right now. Ex-Man City legend. I mean, don't get me wrong. Joe Hart was one of the best players during that run that City had. And when they had the Aguero moment, that season, Joe Hart was amazing. It looks like he could be joining Tottenham on a free, which is definitely an interesting one. I wasn't expecting that, but fair play. They're getting themselves an ex-England international and a very experienced goalkeeper. This one's been bubbling around for a little while now. We've got Thiago to Liverpool. Of course, Bayern are still in the Champions League right now, so I very much doubt this deal is going to be happening anytime soon because they're still in the competition. But as soon as they've won the Champions League, we all know Bayern are going to win it. I think this deal will happen. Apparently, Thiago has agreed personal terms. It will be a 4-year deal. And that's a great move. That really is a good move for Liverpool. They don't necessarily need big improvements because they've obviously had such a good season. But if you want to stay at the top, you've got to keep grinding. You've got to keep improving the squad if you can. And there's no doubt in my mind that Thiago walks into that team. I think maybe he goes with Fabinho and Keita as a midfield three, with Henderson coming in. And I don't know, that's a tough one, but it's not really a problem that you should be complaining about, having so many good players in certain positions. So I think we're going to see Thiago playing for Liverpool next season. What an outstanding transfer window it's been for Chelsea so far. And they're not even done. Man, if there's one club that I'm somewhat jealous of, it is Chelsea. They have absolutely nailed it with Werner coming in. That's a massive signing. Ziyech as well. But they are looking at Ben Chilwell, the left-back from Leicester. They're also looking at Declan Rice, and of course, that would be another young English player. And they're also looking at Havertz. I mean, do you really need all of these players, Chelsea? Can you leave some for the rest of us? Jeez, that's going to be a very, very expensive window. But at the moment, it looks likely that Ben Chilwell is going to be a Chelsea player. They do need a left-back. I think it's pretty obvious that Emerson is going to be on his way out. I think Alonso will probably stay. I think he's actually an okay player, you know. So Chilwell, that is an interesting one. And obviously we need to keep an eye out for Declan Rice. There's links with him moving away from West Ham, but Chelsea seem the most likely at the moment. He's obviously best friends with Mason Mount, so that could be a bit of a link up there. And if they bring in Havertz as well, I'm done. Quick one on Arsenal. As you know, Arsenal fans, and probably everyone else, will know about this one. We haven't stopped talking about him. Gabriel, the left-footed centre-back coming from Lille. Apparently, this deal is close. He is now down to 2 clubs that have made serious offers to Lille, and that is Arsenal and Napoli. And we should know by Wednesday which club he has decided to join. There is a problem, though, on Napoli's end. They don't think they can get this deal done if they haven't sold Koulibaly, who is linked with Man City, Real Madrid. I don't know if that's going to be a big problem for them. I can't see why. You know, whether it's a loan, you know, and an option to buy, or there must be a way they can do that. But hopefully not, because I would absolutely love Gabriel to play for Arsenal next season. The number 6 shirt is waiting for him. And honestly, I think he'll pick Arsenal over Napoli. I hope so anyway. And that would be a great signing. Him and Saliba, 2 new centre-backs for the future. I mean, they could be superb together. Moving on to Dwight McNeil, the Burnley left midfielder. Not so typical winger. You know, we see these wingers that are so direct and they always want to cut inside and unleash a shot. But Dwight McNeil isn't like that. He's an old-fashioned winger. He likes to get across in the box. Very creative, explosive player. Quite physical, quite tall. And he's been linked with Leicester, which I think would be a very good move for them. I'm not saying he's going to be replacing the Mahrez type figure they had during that season when they won the Premier League, but McNeil really does seem like a very, very good player. It does seem a little bit silly for Burnley to let him go, but if the money's right, I guess they can't really hold him back, can they? Callum Wilson, Bournemouth. Oh my God, Bournemouth are having a real tough time right now. They're losing a lot of their good players. One of their best players in Ake, of course, has gone to Man City. They're going to be losing Ramsdale to Sheffield United, apparently. But the biggest one here for me, one of their best goal scorers over the last few years, Callum Wilson, apparently could be on his way to Newcastle. Now, I think he can do better than that. No disrespect to Newcastle, but come on. I honestly think Callum Wilson could move to a Tottenham, something like that, a top 8 club. Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have said that because they finished higher than us. But you get what I mean. I'm not saying he's a Man City level, Liverpool level, or Man United, Chelsea level, but I honestly think that he could do better than Newcastle. Maybe I'm wrong, but this looks like a likely deal at the moment. I can't imagine how difficult it is to keep control of these players. It's just impossible. Most of these players were bad last season, but they are Premier League quality, and they don't deserve to be in the Championship. So it wouldn't surprise me if Callum Wilson's just the first of many more to come over back to the Premier League whilst Bournemouth struggle. Oh man, it's sad times. Now for the last rumour, and this one is, it wouldn't be unbelievable. I think it could happen, but we've got Chris Smalling, also linked with Newcastle, but more recently linked with Inter Milan. Now, of course, Inter Milan have had quite a few Manchester United players go their way. You've got Ashley Young, you've got Lukaku, you've got Alexis. I honestly think that Smalling was superb for Roma, and I think he will probably want to go back to the Serie A. I don't see why not. Although Man United, they've got some defensive issues. Is he the answer? Smalling coming back from his loan? Probably not. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this happen. Inter Milan would do, I think, a very good job in signing someone like Chris Smalling. He's not a first-team defender for them, but he would definitely bring in some reinforcement. Why not? They've got a few aging players, and it doesn't make sense for Man United to hold on to him if they're going to offer a decent amount of money. So I think that possibly could happen, but if Chris Smalling decides to stay in the Premier League, whether it's at Manchester United or not, maybe he'll consider that offer from Newcastle. That's also a pretty decent move for him. I would think that he would instantly become their best defender and would play every single game, whereas at Man United, I don't know if that would be the case. Maybe. Man United fans, let me know in the comments. But now, let's talk about confirmed deals. Jonathan David, fellow Canadian to Davies, who of course is doing so well at Bayern. But Jonathan David also looks like a very good player for the future, and he has made a £28 million move to Lille. Of course, they have replaced, I don't want to get his name wrong, Simhen. He's gone to Napoli. So big move for Jonathan David, and honestly, give it a year or two and he will get another big move to a Bayern, a Dortmund, a Manchester United. I don't know, something like that. I honestly feel like Lille is just the first step for him. He's going to be an incredible player. Who remembers the Brazilian Everton? He was linked with Arsenal last season, also linked with Everton, funnily enough. Everton playing for Everton. Nothing happened. He didn't move, but he has now got his transfer and he's on his way to Benfica, who have done a bit of a madness. They've also signed Jan Vertonghen from Tottenham and what's his name? Waldschmidt? I might be getting his name wrong. But Everton looks like a very decent Brazilian winger. You know what you get with a Brazilian winger. You're going to get flair, skill. But sometimes they flop massively. And I think maybe there was a reason he didn't get a move to the Premier League. Maybe he's not quite at that level. But Benfica have paid £18 million for him. And I'm sure he'll do very well for them. Maybe, again, similar to the Jonathan David deal, maybe this is a stepping stone. Maybe he will come to the Premier League at some point or make a bigger step up and end up somewhere like Barcelona. You never know. I'm a little bit jealous of this one, Tottenham. God damn it. They've signed a really solid player in Hoiberg. Big fan of Hoiberg. He's a leader. He was captain at Southampton, I believe. He's played at Bayern. Of course, that didn't quite work out, but he's definitely done a great job with Southampton. Their resurgence last season, towards the end was incredible, and he's a big part of that. I really like him, and they've signed him. Spurs have got him for less than £15 million. That is an absolute steal. So that's a really good deal for them. He instantly gets into that midfield for me. He will unleash the other midfielders that are more creative. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Hoiberg. So I'm a little bit sad that he's gone to Tottenham, but hey, he will do very well for them. Ex-Arsenal player Coquelin has made a move to Villarreal from Valencia. I believe they've also signed, what's his name? He's such a good midfielder. Parejo, that's the word I'm looking for. Parejo for free, I believe. Unbelievable business from Villarreal there. 5.8 million to sign Coquelin. I remember the days where we had Coquelin and Santi Cazorla in Arsenal's midfield. And actually, he was really impressive for a season or two. And he's done really well. Honestly, I'm very impressed with Coquelin at Valencia. But he's got that move to Villarreal now. And that's a good move. I'm quite happy with that. Good on him. Go on, Coquelin. Do me proud. And the last deal that has been confirmed, actually it was a couple of days ago, so I'm a little bit late to this one, but Liverpool have finally signed a backup left-back. Oh, God, here we go. Konstantinos Tsimikas? He's Greek, okay? he could be a great player. I've got no clue. I haven't seen him play. He's moved from Olympiacos, so I probably have seen him play. I just can't remember. 11.7 million, you know, it's a typical Liverpool signing, isn't it? He's going to be a world beater, isn't he? He's just going to blossom into one of the best left-backs in the world under one of the best managers in the world. They've finally done it, though. Liverpool have needed a left-back, a backup left-back to Robertson for a little while. I don't think Milner's quite it. He does a decent job. But yeah, that rounds up the latest transfers and rumours. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, something a little bit different. If you want more of these videos, just let me know, maybe once a week, just kind of rounding up the latest stuff. But honestly, right, guys, in the next few days, there's going to be some big moves. So maybe I'll be doing some separate videos, especially if there's an Arsenal signing. I'm not going to make a video on the Willian signing. Like, it's nothing too crazy, is it? But if we do sign someone, obviously make a video on that. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, by the way, guys. I'd really appreciate it. We've just hit 100,000 followers recently, and that is incredible. We're going to be streaming some games very soon that maybe you guys would be interested in that are not FIFA. Follow me on Twitter as well. I talk about all the transfers, and that's enough self-promotion. I will see you next time.